Hi.
It's a beautiful day. Good
Hi.
morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How's it
How
going?
are you?
I'm just dandy.
It's going amazing. Awesome. Thank you for being here.
Well, I'm glad to be here.
Oh, it's such a beautiful morning. Hio Avro Machiape Malakotam Taos Pueblo. Good morning, everybody. My name is Avro Cordova. I'm Taos Pueblo in Oglala, Lakota. I am the owner-operator of AC & Associates. And I'm so excited to have you guys all here. I'm going to go ahead and introduce my co-hosts, the wonderful, the handsome, the amazing, the karaoke singing Navajo and Tejano man, executive director, Eric Sanchez. Boo, boo,
Um,
boo.
boo. Well, I think you kind of introduced me. Hi. I'm Eric Sanchez. April kind of said it all. Um, Amazing. And yes, karaoke and um, awesome, maybe, perhaps, slightly, maybe. Um,
What?
and
Awesome? Awesome?
yeah,
You said
I,
awesome?
I said I said Austin. Yeah, I did. Um, but yeah, I think that the those are all good terms. Many other words could be used that have been used for me. Some good, some not so good. I'm the executive director for Pukuu Culture Community Services, and it's great to be here with the magnificent and effulgent Avril Cordova.
That would be amazing. I just don't know what the second word is, so I'm just gonna smile and ask for explanation because I'm that kind of person. If I don't know a word, I want to know what it means, and that way I can use it. So, what does the second word mean, Eric?
No, you're all good. You're all that in a bag of chips, okay?
Okay, Lay's, please. Lightly salted.
Lightly salted Lay's. All right, you gotta be specific about the chips. Because it can't be any bag of chips.
Can't be just any bag of chips. Nope.
Hi everyone, it's nice to see you. I see everyone saying good morning and looking forward to the event and what we're going to be doing today, and also of course, happy 2021 to everyone. It's a new year, although there are still interesting developments all over the place, and uh, things happening in the country as a whole. Uh, Pandemic still going on. Community members still dealing with a lot of things, losses, and some of them COVID related, some of them not. And that's real. We want to just acknowledge those things um, off the bat. But of course, with a new year comes new opportunities, and that's what we're trying to start here. And but also just acknowledging that this is a difficult time for folks, and we hope that this hour, this wellness hour, or time that we have together, can be helpful. I hope, and can be a source of support and source of renewal, or just opportunity to recharge yourself, or hopefully get some good energy, right? Some good positive energy that we can move forward and do good things, and be positive. Uh, I guess positive parts of our community, and help others, and do good things, and yeah. So, April, I don't know if we Are you there still? Or okay? Yay, you're
I'm
still
here.
there. Okay.
I am here. Thank you for bringing that up. I see a lot of people in the chat. Joanne Ferguson, like you said, Xan Carval. Somebody's asking if this is the Tea Party. Patricia, thank you for checking in. It is the Tea Party. It's actually called Tea Time Wellness, and we will be talking about tea and all the great benefits and what we should be doing to get it for our own selves. And if you registered, if you registered, and if you don't have access to tea, if you registered, you will have the opportunity to win this, which is Navajo Tea, straight from the Navajo Nation.
Ooh.
Thank you to the Payochi family for sending it and allowing us to have it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We're excited. We're going to go ahead and check in with everybody, make sure that everybody's doing good. Again, want to say good morning to everybody. Thank you for being here. Pukuu Party Hour is where the community comes to connect virtually, and we want to thank you all for checking in with us today and connecting with us virtually and joining us. Today's event is geared towards community and the information that's going to be about traditional medicines, hence Tea Time Wellness, and an overview of the events would be a chance to win online giveaways. We have different sections and times that we're going to do online giveaways. And for today's event, we actually have a special giveaway, which will be later in the session. But just to say thank you to Duran Travel out of Downey, California, for gifting the community some gift cards as well. So we're going to add that in. We also have prizes from Paku, which is gift cards from Walmart, Target, and Amazon. And then the Indian tea that I showed you straight from the Navajo Nation for those that have registered for the event. We're going to do prayer and COVID information, and we're just really thankful that you guys are all here. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. It's a beautiful sight when the show comes together. And Patricia, you're welcome. Please, that's what the comments are for, is to ask questions. And we definitely, not only me and Eric are looking at the comments, but we also have our moderators looking at them as well, Robin and the development specialist at Paku. So thank you so much, guys, for being a part of our show. I'm going to go ahead and have Eric introduce, talk about some other stuff.
Okay. So we just want to also acknowledge that different entities, groups have helped us to do this event, such as the Dandelion Tea and Band of Mission Indians, of course, the organization I'm with, Pukuu Cultural Community Services, IAC and Associates. I also want to acknowledge powwows.com. Always good to have them as a partner, getting the word out. We want to acknowledge the Community Equity Fund for the opportunity to do these kind of activities with the community, outreach and engagement, which is always essential. And of course, our special guest who will be joining us later, Ms. Songtree Payochi, who is always great to have on board, and definitely I think will add a little bit of an extra twist to our activities here. And then, of course, we want to just, again, continue to communicate different things. COVID's still around, so it's important to be safe and to take precautions, to think of the responsibility we hold to ourselves and to our family members and to the community as a whole, and to continue to do, hopefully, be safe and proactive And moving forward, we'll see where we can go in terms of the next steps. Like with the vaccine coming out and whatnot. But for the time being, it's at least here in California, we still have to uh, you know stay home as much as possible, wear masks, and good hygiene, washing hands, and just stuff like that I think will be easy to do, uh, relatively speaking. But anyway, we do want to thank our partners and entities, groups who've made this possible, and thank you for being supportive of the Pukuu Wellness Hour.
Yes, so thank you very much.
Hey.
So you think what, Eric?
Oh, I have lots of thoughts, April. And I just don't know where to put them.
I do too. You know me. Let's come up with big thoughts. Let's come up with big dreams. Hey, we made it this far.
Well, I think having a raffle would be good. It's always good to make this opportunity of connecting with the community even more meaningful to them. It really gets them involved in the things that we're doing. And as you said, we have Navajo Tea to raffle. We also have we have gift cards that we're still offering via from Paku, and it's great to hear of the special items that you're mentioning. That'll be coming up later.
Yeah. I'm really excited about it. I really am thankful and grateful for so many people that find something in this, in our silliness, and have likes and laughs and are here. So I'm so excited to Layla Tubler for being here. I really am excited to be here. And we have other people checking in, so thank you for checking in. Today we're going to give away in our bundle 3 raffles for the tea, 1 gift card to Amazon, Walmart, or Target.
Right.
Walmart. Okay, so 3 teas and 1 Walmart. Okay, is everybody ready for this? Who's ready? Let us know. Like, comment. Eric's ready.
I'm ready.
Well, here we go. I don't have music on it. Man.
Okay, what's up?
Nice.
Nathan Logan Sr., is that what that is?
Yes, Nathan Logan Sr. Woohoo!
Woo! What does Nathan win?
Okay. You said Walmart.
Okay, you won a Walmart
right?
card.
Walmart or
$25 Walmart card.
Okay. $25 Walmart card. All right. Yay.
Awesome.
Okay, the next one.
I believe is going to win some tea, right?
Let me see if I can turn up my... Yes.
Is it? I see Dimitri Tula. Is that what it is?
Dimitri Tula, yes.
I could be saying that wrong.
Ooh, Dimitri Tula. Boo, boo, boo.
Boo, boo.
Nice, nice, nice. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, we have, and they win tea, Navajo Tea. So here we go.
I see Ortega. Viv Ortega. Yay! You want
Navajo
some Navajo
tea.
tea. Tea.
Yes. Tea, 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 tea. Okay. So
Okay.
one more, and that'll be Navajo tea. Here we go.
Navajo tea. I see hay. Pearl Hayes, we want some Navajo tea.
Pearl Hayes. Woohoo! Pearl and Josh Hayes are in the Riverside area, and they are such a great couple, such a great family, such a great Dene family that takes care of their community. So thank you for registering. Thank you for being here. So let's go into our next segment.
Our next segment. Let's see what that is. Ooh, I think that is more from you, Avro.
Yes, it
Can you
is.
Can you dig it?
Can you dig it? I don't know where that comes from, but yes, I can. So
Okay.
with every event, we like to, with every event that AC and Associate does, and who is AC and Associates? Who is this? Have you heard of AC and Associates? If you haven't, you need to check out their YouTube page, which you can see this on as well. AC and Associates is Ava Cordova and Associates. That's me. Yay. I do educate, connect, and empower different communities. And today it is my privilege and my honor to be here as a co-host, and also to open us up in a good way. So with all of AC and Associates events, we like to open up with a prayer. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I usually turn off my camera and stand up, but in the times of Zoom, that's not going to be able to happen right now. And this isn't even Zoom. In the times of internet online events, I can't turn off my camera because then you can't hear me. But I'm just going to go ahead and burn some sage, which I've been doing several times a day. I don't know if you guys all are doing the same thing. What type of medicines are you using? Please let us know in the comments. Do you know about California white sage? Are you using maybe some sweetgrass? Are you using corn pollen? Are you using holy water? What type of medicine do you use? Let us know in the comments. So we're going to go ahead and this is California white sage. When you dry it, you burn it. The smoke, you smudge. You like put the smoke all over wherever you want to put it. There's no right or wrong way to do it. And the smoke goes up. It goes up to Creator. So all of those prayers that you're saying will be taken up to a higher power or up in the sky. So I'm going to go ahead and begin with our prayer. Creator, Wamana, thank you for another beautiful day. Thank you for allowing us to be here. We come to you today with open hearts and open minds, thankful for the many blessings that you provide us on a minute, monthly, second basis, from the ability to walk, talk, be here today, to be engaged with our community, even if it's virtually. May you continue to watch over our community, love them, bless them, continue to keep them healthy, wealthy, and safe. Allow them to be happy, to smile, to drink water. Allow them to live their best lives as much as they can. Please continue to bless them as you blessed me. Thank you so much for all your many blessings, and just for the show today. We appreciate you. Ta'a pilamayaye atiahet. Gracias. Ajona slay, ajona slay, ajona slay, ajona slay. Amen. Thank you very much, guys, for listening. We got some people in the comments saying how they grow sage in their backyard. Melinda Hale lets us know that she uses cedar, which Navajos use, a lot of people use, I put it on Navajo, say corn pollen. A lot of people use corn too. Cynthia Shahay says she uses Copa. I hope that's a medicine and I'm not just.
Yes, it is. Copal.
Okay, great. Nice, nice, nice. So we're going to go ahead and turn it over to you, Eric, and you can talk about land.
Yeah, so,
And that stuff.
well, right now I'm actually on Tongva land. I'm in Long Beach. And, but of course, I work for Paku, which is based in the city of San Fernando, which is in the territories of the Fernandino Tataviam Band of Mission Indians. And it's really important for us to remain connected, to remain, I guess, responsible guests on these lands, to acknowledge the people who were here since time immemorial. And of course, we hope that to have feature the Tataviam in the future, especially the president, Rudy Ortega Jr., or other individuals who would like to be featured. We in 2020 we had a lot of different individuals and guests who were able to do prayers or land acknowledgments, those kind of things. And we want to continue that into 2021. So hopefully we'll be seeing that continuing into the future. But yeah, we want to make sure that we acknowledge those things. And of course, it's important wherever you're located, if you're not on your own homelands or territories, whose homeland and territories are you on? And to, learn more about that. Who are those people? What is their current situation? And how can we help them to further their sovereignty or to further their, say, goals or things that they're trying to achieve justice-wise? So that's really important. We want to make sure that we share that with everyone here. And I know folks are in different locations, so just be mindful of those things. And it's definitely something that we each have the agency, the power to do, to learn more, and to once we do learn that, what are we going to do about it, right? And how do we help, and how do we be, again, that positive force that I mentioned at the very beginning. So, but we're very thankful, again, to the Fernandino Tataviam Band of Mission Indians, who helped to found Pukuu about 50 years ago now. Actually, this year, I think, is our 50th anniversary. So it's going to be really awesome. I hope, once COVID hopefully starts to die down, knock on wood. And, Pukuu's been around for a long time. It's come through different permutations, different sort of, I guess, structures, and some have been more formal, some have been more informal, some are more like, well, we're just going to help people during Christmas and get presents or get food items to families in need. Currently, Pukuu continues to do both of those things, as well as many other activities such as this. Our Teaching Youth Empowerment Program, which continues to do great things, getting youth involved, invested, and hopefully developing leadership, trying to prevent folks from going into the system, into juvenile detentions, if possible. And of course, trying to work with youth to develop their confidence and their connection wherever they may be from. If they are Native, great. If they're Latino, that's awesome as well, or African American, whatever, what have you. We want people to feel assured and confident who they are as people, and we believe having that strong foundation will help our youth to make good choices for themselves, whatever that may be. And those good choices will hopefully lead to good things, good outcomes, productiveness that we hope will be taking place for them in their future. We have our Hardback American Indian Cultural Center up in the San Gabriel Mountains that's been operating for quite some time now, and helping folks to reconnect with nature, the environment, learning about environmental stewardship, the history of how the mountains were used by Native people, again, since time immemorial. And again, how can Native people use these areas now? because we are contemporary people. We need to have our youth and our community members re-engage with nature, hopefully, and also just take advantage of uh, resources that are here for the Native community. We have our Native scholarship programs, so that's helping students in higher education pursue whatever goals they're trying to achieve by helping them with some funds, which is good, right? We want to try to help as many people as we can. We have our OSIS program, which is our one-stop emergency service program, helping to pay for, connect folks with funds for rent, clothing, transportation, uh, paying for utilities, that kind of stuff. And of course, uh, it's not. And there's a lot that is entailed with that, in terms of paperwork and things like that. But I think once folks are able to complete that, we're able to help and support folks, and hopefully we could help with more this year because we know that the need is pretty high. Uh, and then we have these programs like we're doing now, our cultural programs, our engagement programs, opportunities to try to connect with people, because it's important to do so, especially nowadays since we have so few, community events happening these days. And part of the community are the events, are the ability to get together, the ability to interact with one another, socialize, commiserate sometimes, and just share this experience called life together, which we now are not always afforded those opportunities. So hopefully this sort of event can help to facilitate some of that. And of course, we have other programs and other services that we hope to be expanding upon in 2021. But it's just some of the things that Pukuu does. And I think it's about time for our special guest.
It is, and we're still waiting for her to come on. But and before we do that or give her some time, let's do a raffle because it's gonna
waffle. Oh my God!
Waffle, a waffle, not a R, but an online giveaway.
An online giveaway, very well. Let us commence.
Okay. There was a word that you used that I wanted to ask you what it meant. But I don't remember now. So, oh well.
It'll come to you at like 1 a.m. or something.
Probably when I'm awake at 1 a.m. Okay. So, thank you to Duran Travel out of Downey, California. They've provided us with 2 $10 Starbucks gift card. So we're going to go and do that now. So if you registered, thank you. And here we go.
I can't see it, but I think is in Mishkoyo. Yeah? Yes.
Yes. Yes. Awesome.
One's $10.
Okay, and
or $10 gift card from Starbucks.
$10 gift card from Starbucks, and that will come directly from Duran Travel. So thank you, Duran Travel Agency out of Downey. Boop, boop, boop. Hey, shuffle it up. I just found this tab that says shuffle, so we can make sure that it's shuffled. And here we go.
Yeah, we gotta shuffle it out. Glenn McQuarrie. Glenn,
require me. Glenn, require me.
$10 Starbucks gift card courtesy of Duran Travel. Congratulations. Yes. And thank you for registering.
Yes. Yes. So we're going to go ahead and go into our next segment, which is about we have a special guest, and I'm super excited. Our special guest is backstage right now. We're going to go ahead and bring her in, and I'm really excited to see her. I'd like to introduce the beautiful, the single. She's not single; she's married. I was gonna say the single other person that shares the same date with me in birth, that came from my same mother. Because there can be several people that share the same date with me, June 1st, right?
Sure.
Just so you know, June 1st. Anyways, let's introduce our special guest. Eric, that's your part.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it. It pleases me to welcome our wonderful guest, Songtree Hayochi. Yay, Songtree!
Hi. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad to be here with you guys. It's so fun. So my name is Songtree. Thank you for the introduction. I am Taos Pueblo and Oglala Lakota, married to Navajo. I am coming to you right now from Bloomfield, which is in the northeast corner of New Mexico. And I'm next to the Navajo Nation and close to the Southern Ute tribe of Colorado. Thank you so much for inviting me. And I am a senior at the University of New Mexico. I am majoring in Native American Studies, and my emphasis is in leadership and building Native nations. And I mention that because I'm so grateful to those who built this program. I mean, it's so necessary for us to have Native American Studies programs everywhere. And so my curriculum enhances Indigenous knowledge systems and promotes Indigenous perspectives and shared experiences. And so this last semester, I was looking for an elective to take, and my counselor, Catherine Montoya, she suggested curanderismo. And I was like, what's that? Because most of my classes are like about casino law and, community-based learning and indigenous context, stuff like that. And so I was like, what is curanderismo? She's like, it's a really good class. You're going to like it. It's really popular. And I was like, okay. So I took it, and it's a class that's taught by Dr. Cheo Torres. And it's about the holistic approach to healing the mind, body, and spirit through traditional uses of medicinal plants. So I enrolled, and some of the things that we learned about were, of course, the use of medicinal plants, burning incense, using flowers for healing, through just admiring their beauty and their fragrance, fire cupping, laughter, Mexican sweat lodges known as temescal. And they all kind of reminded me about what my parents and our elders have been trying to teach to us, or introduced as a child and as a young woman. And being a person that grew up, an Indigenous woman that grew up in Los Angeles, we didn't get to go home very often. I mean, my dad and my parents got us back, for our ceremonies that were necessary. And but I did find that I was glad to read this book. The book that we studied from was called The Art of Traditional Medicine Without Borders. So I was glad to learn from traditional uses of plants from Mexico. Some of the things that we might be familiar with is like aloe vera. We in California, we go to the beach a lot in the summers. Actually, the beach was kind of like our daycare. You know, my mom worked in Santa Monica, and we would trek those Santa Monica stairs every day in the summer. And you know, we didn't have I don't know why we didn't ever lather up. I feel like because we're dark skinned, we thought that we were like immune to like being sunburned and stuff, but no, skin care starts early. And so anyway, my point is we kind of knew that aloe vera is used to alleviate burned skin and to promote healing. But it also helps with pimples and acne. And some of the other things I learned about was like the use of papaya. Um, I am a mother and I have 3 children, and my youngest son, he struggles with digestive problems. He's 9, and he has a problem a lot, you know, pretty much weekly with bowel movements. And so I was so glad to learn that things like papaya helps with digestive problems. So eating papaya and along with massage of like your stomach area, your abdomen area, also helps promote, you know, bowel movements. And, you know, even though both of my parents, they worked for the postal service, you know, they always had healthcare for us. We still use the Indian Health Service that was in Compton. And I don't think that my mom would have taken time off of work if, you know, we had a bowel obstruction. So I think a lot of people have the same issues. Like we don't have strong access to quality healthcare. And so some of these traditional approaches to healthcare are important to know. And so papaya, massage. Also, one of the things I learned was dandelions. Dandelion tea helps with liver health. And that's important to me. I was recently diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic in January. And so it took me about 6 months to kind of accept that. And so once, you know, this class was kind of like, I feel like preordained for me to take, especially during the pandemic, because it really forces you to focus on what your body is trying to tell you. And so dandelion tea, I drank dandelion tea, but what I had a lot of results with was marigold tea. And so, you know, the orange marigold flowers, they make
The ones
tea.
in cocoa?
Here's the one that I bought. So in our class, the curandera, the female healer, she talked about drinking marigold tea at 11 o'clock at night with a splash of lime. And that splash of lime is really important because this is really like a really bitter tea. And so I did that for a little bit, not as consistently as we should, but I did that along with like exercise and kind of became aware of like the sugar intake and carbs and things like that. I started taking my health seriously because of this class. You know, I was becoming more aware of my body and went to the doctor and got my A1C test taken. And this was like 2 days after Thanksgiving. And they're like, wow, your A1C went down to 7.1, which was 8 point something before. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's like working, you know? And she's like, you lost 3 pounds and you probably lost more, but you know, you were in here 2 days after Thanksgiving. So that was funny. Yeah. So, we watch a lot of videos in this course, and UNM has a 2-week long course that you could come to in person and experience all these different things, um, um, like fire cupping and things like that. But one of the things that got my kids' attention is something called laugh therapy. So some of you might have heard of this before, maybe not, but we know laughter like promotes your endorphins to be released from your body. So to do that intentionally is kind of silly. But one time I was in the kitchen doing dishes, listening to my class, and Dr. Torres, he was like, okay, you know, help me out with this exercise. So I want you to go say he, he. And then ho, ho, ho. How many of you guys are laughing right now and smiling? Okay, because that totally can bring happiness to you for at least 30 minutes. So I totally use that to get my kids' attention. Like they'll be, having a spat about Kool-Aid, or, who's using the Xbox, or what channel is being shown on the TV or whatever. And I'll just start going, and they'll just like stop and they'll be like, what is wrong with her? But I'm doing it intentionally to not yell at them, and to, use these approaches to healing, and not sweat the small stuff, basically, So yeah, it was a really good class. And so I really encourage you, if you're interested, to do a search on YouTube. Look up Dr. Cheo Torres, the University of New Mexico, or even there's some stores that he promotes to us. One is known as Milagro Herbs in Santa Fe, and they do some classes online, couple weeks that you can learn. I know using rosemary also helps with memory. It's just so much information and accessible. So, is there any questions?
I have a question. Can you explain the activity once again so me and Eric can join you? Because I think there was a small pause and I didn't hear what you said in the beginning. So if you can just, let's try the activity I'm trying to say.
Okay. The laugh therapy?
Yes.
Okay. So say the word he, and say it like he. He. He,
he.
ho, 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 ho.
Oh.
Oh. See, I can't do it.
You did it, Eric. You're awesome. You did it. A lot of people, that's the first step, is to try something, and especially now we have to, honor our ancestors, and, they work really hard to preserve, our land so that we can harvest things like sage and cedar. And I know there's like a lot of debates going on about buying things online and stuff like that, but also I don't want to discourage that, but when you're just starting, you're opening yourself to a new world. So if you have to buy online, I bought some things from Amazon, but some of the things I bought were based in Taos. One of them is Licensed Star Naturals. They harvest, smudge from Taos, and they have to go through the process of getting a business license from the tribal government, and they're regulated and things like that. So do a little bit of research too about where you're buying from, and say a prayer. Be prayerful about healing, and I think we're gonna get through this for sure.
Thank you. I know that there are some questions in our section. can it help with asthma? And how does rosemary help with memory? Cook with, make tea. Are there any recipes?
What I learned was mainly for use of cooking. Using increasing use of rosemary in your cooking, and so I did that. I mean, it extended into cooking. Like before, I probably never used rosemary before, so I did have to like restock, all of my spices, and I did buy dry spices. But you can use fresh rosemary. I know that there's like community gardens that you can access. At the hospital that I used to work at, they had a free community garden with like, rosemary, mint, and other things that you can access.
Thank you so much. Eric, do you have any other questions?
Yeah, what's that fire cup thing you're talking about? I don't know if I'm saying it right. Hello?
The fire cupping?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that too. I don't know if she's stuck or not. But maybe when she comes. Oh, there she goes.
Okay.
Hi.
So I heard you. I just couldn't see you. So fire cupping is they have like a glass, and they put like a small glass, and you lay down like you're getting a massage, and it's to draw out like toxins out of your body. So they get like a little fire stick, and it has like a cotton ball at the end, and they put, I don't remember what it is, like alcohol or something on it, and they light it on fire, and then they put the stick in the cup so it generates heat, and then they put it on your body, and then it suctions like the toxins out of your body. And they do it real quickly, like you don't all over your back or whatever part of your body that you're being fire cupped. And I think it originates from Mexico, and then they do it. That's Eastern medicine as well. So I just have like a general knowledge of what it is.
Okay.
I haven't tried it, but I would try it if it was available.
There is also some people saying that they got them laughing and feeling good and some positive energy. That's Tracy Lee, our amazing artist in Indian country. Also, Sandy wants to know, are there any books you can recommend that you use during the class? So I know you mentioned a book that you had.
Yes.
Did you mention a book?
We had 3 books, and one of them was called Curanderismo, The Art of Traditional Medicine Without Borders. And then the other one was Curandero, Traditional Healers of Mexico and the Southwest. And I'll send them to you in the chat. And then the third one we studied from was Curandero, A Life in Mexican Folk Healing.
Can you repeat the last one? Because our moderators are putting it in the chat.
Yes. Curandero, A Life in Mexican Folk Healing.
Awesome. Thank you.
I think we also have
I know some other people were asking questions.
Yeah, about allergies.
Allergies. I don't recall off the top of my head about, let me see. No, I wouldn't feel comfortable advising on that. So I would, I can ask Dr. Torres about that, and you can connect me with that person, April or Eric, and I can follow up on that for them.
Okay.
You're awesome. Thank you. We appreciate it. I appreciate also that if you don't know the information, that you're going to find out about it and then get back to them. That's really also very good to say, because you wouldn't want to be giving out wrong information. So thank you so much. We appreciate your time here. We're going to go ahead and go into our raffle segment. So I don't know if you want to join us and dance with us while we do our raffle segment, and then we'll say goodbye. Does that sound okay? Go.
Sure. Huh. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go into our raffle. And Eric, what will we be giving away?
Let's do the Target card. $25.
Target. Awesome.
Woohoo!
Oh.
What?
Jennifer.
Check. One. I'll bet Target.
Wow, wow, wow. Jennifer.
Congratulations. $25 Target gift card.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and shuffle. I'm pressing that button full.
Shuffle
Eric.
it good.
I also removed anybody that has already won. So let's go ahead and go with the next one.
Jason. Yellow Eagle. Congratulations. You want
Jason,
some? I believe.
Yellow Eagle. Boo, boo, boo.
Navajo Tea, right?
Yes, Navajo Tea. Okay, we have two more bundles, right?
And these were harvested from the Chuska Mountains on the Navajo Nation.
The Chuska Mountains from the Navajo Nation. Thank you, Pioche family. Ta-ah.
Eddie!
Eddie Berlin.
Eddie Berlin. Woohoo! Navajos in the hat and the he's that's funny. Eddie Berlin is, as many of you know, the partner of Brenda George, and they moved back home. They used to live in Downey, California. And I'm telling you this because they were our neighbors. He was actually, his dad and my dad were friends, and they lived like 2 blocks. And never did I know that there was Navajos that lived 2 blocks away from me. So that's why I bring that up. But anyways, Brenda George and Eddie Berlin, they moved back home to the reservation, and they're doing great things out there. So thank you for registering, Eddie Berlin. Okay, here's our next.
Eddie's gonna need that team for your football team.
I see LaFleur. Eva LaFleur. Congratulations. Yay.
LaFleur. Boo, boo, boo.
Navajo Tea.
Awesome. Navajo Tea. Well, Songtree, Ta'a, Pilamayaye, Gracia Het. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing with us. Thank you for coming on and wanting to give that information. We truly appreciate you and all the work that you've done. I know that you did a lot of great work in New Mexico to get Native Vote done. I know that voting is not a one-time thing, and that we need to continue. Also, you helped with texting in Georgia and all of that great stuff. So although the presidential votes are over. I know there's still voting and there's still open seats for Indigenous leadership out there. So
Yeah, even
thank you.
for things
Thank you for
like
being
the
here.
school board, consider that. All right, bye.
Yes.
Bye.
Okay, we'll see you. Bye.
All right.
Okay. Alrighty. It was so good to have her here.
Yes.
And we are gonna just go back into what we need to go back into. Eric, do you want to go ahead and take it away?
Well, we hope everyone enjoyed the Navajo tea. I mean, and we're really appreciative to the Piachi family for harvesting it from New Mexico, and we do hope that everyone is able to, use the tea, and I think it's something that's very calming. It's very like antioxidants are raised, all kinds of good things. So it's really something that we hope folks can enjoy and utilize as a form of wellness, which is what this event's all about. And I guess I'm going to talk a little bit about COVID. Okay. So just not things that people already know, but just reminders. As many Native people have 4 directions, there are 4 ways to try to prevent transmission. Wearing your mask, washing your hands, keeping physical distance from people, especially when you're out and about, having to go to the store, having to, do the things that we have to do to live and function nowadays. And then, of course, if you're not feeling well, you stay home if possible. Not everyone has that option. You gotta go to work. You gotta go work. But it's if possible, take care of yourself, take care of your health, and I think sometimes we push ourselves too much, maybe, a little bit, and we gotta just hunker down and take that day if possible to deal with whatever it is that we're dealing with, that heavy stuff, that I think is becoming more omnipresent, perhaps more ever present, more or less. You see it every day. There's this, there's that. There's, it can get overwhelming, and I think that that's something important that we have to acknowledge and make sure that we are, looking out for one another if we can. Calling in, checking in, and also just being honest about that. Yes, we are feeling a certain way. Maybe some folks I'm feeling a lot of anxiety. Maybe some folks are feeling a lot of depression, or they're feeling, what's the word? That they don't know who to turn to. So they're feeling a lack of loss of connection with others. And that's important to denote and to share and see who we can talk to. I think yesterday we were doing an AICC meeting, and I know there was a lot of discussion about what folks are trying to do now to get their health and wellness relatively in check, and that includes cooking, that includes using something called snail mail, sending mail out, and that seems to be something that's exciting folks. Like, ooh, let me use the mail and send letters out. It's a little old fashioned, but actually, this is becoming now more fashionable. I think I received like 2 or 3 Christmas cards, which was really fun. Me personally, and that was cool. It's doing something creative. I know folks are doing a lot of projects nowadays, whether it be beading or making different regalia items, or some of them are actually just doing house projects, working on different things in their house, or gardening, growing fruits or vegetables and things like that.
I
Walking.
think I think there's a lot of things that people are doing, and we'd like to see it also in the comments. Like, let us know what it is that you're doing in your home during this time. I know, Eric, you brought up the American Indian Community Council, and I don't. She just gave me so much insight. Monique Smith had did a live on a Facebook live, and I was watching it, and you know, you talked about depression too, and a lot of the times before COVID, I wouldn't say that I struggled with depression or anxiety or, you know, all of those things, but during this time, I'm okay to say that that I, you know, have been struggling with anxiety. I've been struggling with depression. You know, I worry when I go out, being in big crowds, or, you know, people wanting to come visit. I worry about that. And I'm sure a lot of us do. But one of the things that Monique was saying that I really enjoyed what she said was, like, we talk a lot about safety. You know, how do we we got to wear a mask, you know, we got to wear our, use hand sanitizer all the time, wear a mask. But one of the things that she also said was, how are we protecting ourselves? Like, what are you doing to protect yourself? Let's talk about that. You know, let's talk about the ways that you're protecting yourself. And also the fact that you can be proactive about protecting yourself and having protective factors. And one of those things that you can be proactive about is taking steps to protect ourselves, taking a break from the news and taking a break from social media. There's a lot going on, as we talked about earlier, and I want that to be a safe place for us to talk about. You know, politics are a big deal. You know, everybody is their own party, but we're all human beings and we're all struggling through this together. So taking steps to protect yourself, also having a positive mindset. What you say to yourself is important. Like, what we're telling ourselves is important. So I've always been one to be about positivity, but then I've also been one to not know that I've struggled or could struggle with depression. So it's been hard some days to be positive, but then again, I take it minute by minute, hour by hour now, you know? So 1 minute I can be, you know, one way, and then another minute I can pray and use my medicine. And yeah. So I just want to say, how are you using your tradition? What are you doing in your home? You know, Eric, what are you doing in your home?
I am, let's see, be put on the spot. I know we doing a lot of cooking here, so you know, I think that's somewhat helpful. Of course, a lot of things are burning, but you know, that's okay. Um, yeah, and so it's just, you know, trying, at least trying to do something, you know. But I agree, it does take some motivation, and so I'm like, okay, let me make an effort because it's important. If I don't, then maybe that is a symptom of something I need to be keeping track of, right? And that's okay. It's okay to be anxious or depressed or to feel a certain way. It's okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, for me anyway. But you know, I think everyone's different, and everyone has different, like, you know, like how modes of how they're feeling, and so it's definitely, I would encourage everyone to keep track of themselves, and what works for you might not work for other folks, and yeah, that's something I would acknowledge. And I think it's always good to hear from other folks on how they're dealing with things, and you could try different approaches, different ways of handling situations, or you know, getting that advice. You know, these are different tactics you can use. Doesn't mean they'll work for you, but you can try them out and see what works and what doesn't.
Yeah,
Doesn't
I
hurt
know
to try.
that It doesn't hurt to try. It doesn't. I also want to say that, like knowing, 1 minute you might not feel well. There's a comment that says, is Navajo tea good to fight COVID? And I want to say that being hydrated is good. Hot tea right now is good. Um, I don't know specifically if Navajo tea fights COVID. I don't know that myself. I can find out for you, Ori.
I
But
don't want to be also saying that it does.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it does a lot of good things for you. I think it helps to boost your immune system and, get that those antioxidants flowing and things like that. I think it could definitely be helpful in your general health so that you could be that much better able to fight off COVID if you were to, unfortunately, have that diagnosis. It could help you to be that much better, stronger to fight it off. And many people are able to do so. So maybe the tea can help. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to put that out there, and then somebody says, "You said Navajo tea will fight." I'm like, I don't know.
But with that also being said, there's a lot of different organizations and areas in Los Angeles that are doing different things. I know that like Dodger Stadium for a long time was an area where you can go to get COVID testing. I know that several people in the Orange County area miss that big mouse that's out there. But now Disneyland is being set up for another COVID testing spot. So, and I also know that UAII, United American Indian Involvement in Los Angeles, also provides testing. And they actually, if you're enrolled member of a federally recognized tribe or a state tribe, they give $50 gift card to get tested there. So there are several different places to get tested, and also that's going to be areas known to give the vaccine shot. And our team is actually working on getting some people in here to talk about COVID, the shot, even maybe have personal experiences. I have several friends that got the shot, and I know that they are doing well. So check your local city, check your local 211. So we just want to come on here and make sure that we're giving proper information and just encouraging you to stay home, stay safe, and stay protected.
I think it may be time for our last raffle.
Yes.
Oh, and of course, we just shared the LA County .gov testing sites. So if you want to check that out, again, for areas closer to you that are offering testing, more than likely, eventually they will start offering the vaccine, as time moves forward. But right now it's testing. And I believe right now it's, in terms of the vaccine, it's for the frontline workers, folks in healthcare, elderly and other people who are in, what's the word I want to use? Let's say they're more susceptible to COVID, and that's there needs to be priorities set first, and hopefully, in time that'll percolate down to the general community.
Yes. So we're going to go ahead and go into our raffle, our last and final raffle. And this is, what do we have, Eric? Do you want to let our audience know?
I believe gift card wise, we have an Amazon card.
Amazon card.
And we have the Navajo Tea.
Right. And the Navajo Tea. So one Amazon card and a bundle each, 3 of Navajo Tea. Right? So
Okay.
4 items.
All right.
Ha, 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 ha.
Ho, 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 ho,
Oh, oh,
ho,
oh, oh, oh.
ho. That's why I said Santa Claus when I did. Let me just get a pretty
Okay, great things to learn. Also, I want to see, like, what are you doing at home? I know that, like, journaling's a thing, different things that you could be doing. So before I do that, let's write them in the comments if you like. We're gonna go ahead and start with our. Are you ready, Eric?
I'm ready.
Okay, good. Here we ah ah.
All right, I have a helper. That's all I see. Shayla Helper Clements. Congratulations, Shayla. You won a
Yay!
$25 Amazon gift card.
$25 Amazon gift card. Boop, boop.
Woo! Congratulations.
Okay, congratulations. Okay, the next thing is, what is the next thing, Eric? Remind our audience.
The next thing we have is the Navajo Tea, which can help in a whole variety of different capacities, like treating like urinary tract infections and stuff like that. You know
nice.
it, did you? Yeah.
I did.
I believe it's Rachel Fernandez.
Rachel Fernandez. Boo, boo, boo.
So you can use that tea also if you have an upset stomach.
Yeah, and I do know what urinary tract infection is. Didn't the lady from the 70s show just die from that?
I don't know, but it happens to everyone at some point, and this can help to relieve some of those symptoms.
Okay, so here's another spin for another bundle of tea. Here we go.
Yeah, tea. Yvonne Ojeda. Congratulations, Yvonne. You want some Navajo tea. I think it also helps with blood flow. Blood
flow.
Blood flow.
Okay, one more, right? Or is that we're done?
Well, you have the tea.
I guess we'll do one more.
Okay.
Here we go.
I see an Ortega. I think it's May Ortega.
Yay! Okay, that ends and is the end of our raffle. What do you want to talk about next, Eric Sanchez?
Well, Ava Cordova, Miss Effulgent herself. I think we're going to talk about, the next Pukuu Wellness Party Hour. That'll be taking place January 27th, which is Wednesday, 11:30. And again, I think right now we're going to focus on wellness. We're going to focus on it's a new year, new you, taking care of yourself during this pandemic, during quarantine. Really just trying to discuss more ways and tactics that we can be stronger and hopefully enhance our wellness during this time period. So that will be our next area of focus, which will be 2 Wednesdays from now. I hope you will be able to join us, myself and Ava Cordova, as well as special guests that we'll be having to discuss more about these various areas of wellness. And we look forward to exploring those with you. And you'll be seeing this flyer on Pukuu Facebook and Instagram. I believe also AC and Associates pages. And please feel free to share this far and wide. Yay! And I think you can also be able to view this on YouTube via AC and Associates on powwows.com, and of course the Paku Facebook page. So multiple outlets, ways to view our wellness hours.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
one of the other things that I want to say is that in order for you to get these raffle items that we do online, you do have to register. So register at bit.ly/Pukuu Wellness. That's bit.ly/Pukuu Wellness.
Yeah, so please register. It's really important that you do so. It helps us. And, hey, bring a friend.
Bring a friend, bring a cousin, bring a auntie, a uncle, unchi, a dama, a ka, a tutu, a ina, a tío, a tía. Those are all different words in different languages.
And yeah, so that'll be the 27th, and then in general, these will be on Wednesdays, about the same time. We'll let you know the next coming up in February what those will be, and then moving forward. So we look forward to those events.
Do you want me to name the dates for February?
Ooh, okay, if you want to.
Okay, so we have dates in March too. I'm super excited about our dream team. We're doing amazing things.
We're trying to get somewhat organized here.
So in February, we're also going to be doing Pukuu Party Hour on February 10th. Yeah. Boo, boo, boo. And February 24th.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's a serious laughter right there.
February 24th. Boo, boo, boo. And then since we're in it to win it, who's in it to win it?
Me, I guess. Yeah.
You're in it to win it. Yay. And so is other people are in it to win it. Okay, so going back to March.
At least not lose it.
You what?
Or at least not lose it.
Actually, I didn't write down anything for March. So we're into February.
Actually, it's the same dates as March. Okay. It's February. So it's March 10th and March 20. Was it 4th? Yeah.
Yeah. Yay. So there you go, guys. We're going into February and March. Let us know if you have any comments about what it is that you like to see. Thank you for Regina for being in it to win it. You can register again at bit.ly/Pukuu Wellness for the next event. We are extremely excited that you guys are here today. We're glad that you made it and are allowing us to be a part of your day somehow, some way. I always look forward to these events because they make me laugh. I put makeup on today. I don't know if you could tell. I took a shower. I changed my clothes.
Get all decked out.
I got all decked out. One of the things that that I heard at the American Indian Community Council meeting the other day is that some people may live by themselves. And some people do live by themselves. And during that COVID time, that person didn't talk the whole day. And just during the evening, she said a random word out loud just to talk. And if that person didn't have a Zoom meeting or anything like that, she didn't have anything. But I'm really excited to be here, that I get to engage with our community. I also wanted to share that you can watch this on YouTube. So if you don't have Facebook Live, which is fine, you can also watch this on YouTube. And one of the things, the reason that I keep saying that is because today after this show, I'm going to have a Pukuu after party. AC and Associates, that's me. On my YouTube page, AC and Associates YouTube page, I'm going to have an after party at 1:30. It's a time to check in, to come talk and hang out. It's going to be similar to this, not as on a large scale as this, because Pukuu's the big deal.
Don't say it. She just
Pukuu is a big deal, and I know that their Teachit youth have segments and a cohort that's going to be graduating this in February.
Yeah.
So basically, what that means that they have a time when they have youth go through a certain amount of weeks, and then in those weeks they provide different workshops, and I know that their cohort is going to graduate this year, and then they're going to start another cohort. So if you have Native youth, I believe it's 13 years old and older. Is it 13 and older? 12
yeah,
and
13
older?
to 17. I think it's
Okay,
13
to 17. If you have youth, Native youth that are 13 to 17, and you want them to do something, some activities. I know that Teachit, which is the tribal youth division of Paku, is having their new programming or a new cohort. And luckily, and thank you to Pukuu, because they've asked me to do a workshop for them. We're going to be talking about different things, from goal setting to mind mapping to sage wrapping. So those are some workshops that Pukuu does. And so I'm very appreciative to not only Pukuu, but to the tribe, to Rudy Ortega, to your board, to your elders group that has provided us with support and giveaway items. And I always like to thank people that are in my life that have helped me in some certain way, and I do it all the time. And I always wonder, man, these people must get tired of me thanking them or saying that. But what I learned is, like, it's a way to connect. It's a way for me to tell you how grateful I am. I may not have millions of dollars to be able to sponsor a $1 million something, but in my heart, I'm very much humbled to be a part of this amazing group. So ta'a pilamaiae. Thank you, Eric and Pukuu and everybody at Teachit and the Pukuu Party Hour and the Fernandino tribe. Thank you for allowing me to have this space and hold this space.
And we thank AC and Associates and their magnanimous leader, April Cordova.
Was that the word that you used earlier, magnanimous?
No, not at all.
What is magnanimous? Magnanimous. How do you say it?
Magnanimous. You're cool.
Oh. Magnanimous. Magnanimous.
Very nice person. Just like radiating niceties and positivity and all that good stuff.
Thank you. Magnanimous.
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 There you go. Got it. All right. But thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We're going to be signing off pretty soon. We thank you for taking the time to be with us today, enjoying some of our absurdity, laughs, and getting hopefully some good information. And hopefully you want some tea and gift cards. And we'll see you on the 27th, I believe. And yeah. And please remember, take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and just hopefully good health and wellness to you until we see you again on the 27th.
Yes, thank you all. Thank you for being here, and we appreciate you. We value you guys, and we're thankful. So we're going to say many blessings, and we're going to sign off. And until we see each other again on the 27th, thank you. Also, join me for the after party. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.